Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use.
Hey, Shalom. First off, I want to start off by giving our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak. I also want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this word and the brothers who teach down with sincerity. And also want to give a salutation to the elect scattered across the four corners of the earth. And today I'm gonna get into a video, and I'm driving, so I'm gonna just quote. Well, hold on, I'm gonna go get the preset now, because they're talking about the new variants, the new thing that's going off in India, and now everybody's talking about it. So we legitimately know that this is the new plandemic, not pandemic, plandemic. As he's going to get into in this video that is planned. Talk about Joe Rogan podcast. Let me get a preset, because the Lord said he was going to send plagues among Egypt throughout all the scriptures. So I'm going to get second edges. This thing is second edges 15. Give me a second, because I'm driving. That's the second edges 15, starting at 4. I'm going to start from the top. Behold, speak thou in thy ears of my people the words of prophecy, because that's what it's all about. It's not just about just reading the Bible. It's about reading the Bible, doing what the Lord said, and the Lord revealing his prophecies unto you. And by the prophecy is how we become the men of the Lord. It's by knowing them prophecies, because don't nobody else know the prophecy, and we're breaking down the prophecies and predicting them through the scriptures, through the power of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, makes us the men. And nothing can defeat or destroy these words of prophecy, because this is a book of prophecy. So that's how you're going to know, as the times we go later into the times, who the true prophets are. Then shall they know that the prophet was among them, because the prophecies like Isaiah 19, the red horse, and Revelations 5, and Isaiah 17 or 19, if I'm not mistaken. Just knowing the prophecies, how to break them down, or how to the little should draw them out. All right, talking about America, just knowing prophecies. You ain't got to know all of them, but as they come alive, you can know all of them if you watch the man of the Lord. All right, so this is second Esdras 15. Behold, speak unto the ear of my people the words of prophecy which I will put in thy mouth, said the Lord. The Lord's going to put the prophecies in the elect's mouth and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. That's the Bible. Fear not the indignations against thee. Let not the incredulities of them trouble thee that speak against thee, because we don't care about what y'all saying. Y'all don't know prophecy. At the end of the day, everything we saying is happening, you know. Like, we ain't talking about nothing that ain't happening unless we bringing up history that already happened, or if the prophecy ain't happened yet. Fear not, all right, fear all, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. Behold, said the Lord, I will bring plagues. That's the point I wanted, the plagues. He shall bring plagues. All right, the Lord's going to bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. So the Lord said he was going to do this. So let's watch this video. And this is how you know that Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai is the true name and the true God. Because with the other names, they don't speak of these things, because they're scared. Alright, with them pagan gods. Alright, the real God's doing damage. Alright, so let's get into this video.
Looking to fit your crew, haul your cargo, or road trip to your next adventure? There's a Honda for that. Want big savings from just $230?
Illegal gain of function going X is a holding place.
Asian airports, including Bali. The global response to the outbreak eerily similar to scenes during COVID.
Another issue on the agenda is a panel dedicated to the so-called disease X, a hypothetical pathogen that may cause new pandemic many times more deadly than COVID. What do you expect to come out of those talks?
Today, the World Economic Forum actually has a whole session on this about disease X. And what people are really worried about, and by the way, none of these sessions have anything on it about improved biolab safety. What people are worried about is creation of all these pathogens in these labs and then having another security breach, and then we're off to getting the world sick again.
Health officials in India have confirmed cases of the deadly Nipah virus, and that's prompted authorities across Southeast Asia to boost security measures, including screenings at some airports. The World Health Organization lists Nipah as a priority disease due to its potential for fast-moving outbreaks.
Well, we know what disease X is. The governments from Russia to China to the U.S. to France, the Japanese, they all know what diseases are here. You have new mutations of diseases, but there's no disease X. There's a new mutation of an already existing disease. So disease X is a holding place or a catch-all for gain of function bioweapons, where they genetically splice viruses and also mutate viruses with radiation and other techniques to make them more communicable and more deadly.
Officials in the U.S. tonight are monitoring a deadly virus that is spreading overseas. Airports in the Southeast Asia are now heightening their airport screenings. Raf Sanchez is following this from London for us. And Raf,
We say that Esau's blessing is to create plagues, weapons, DARPA, which is the military weapon, where they create their military weapons at, but also the heathens, big part of this too, because they took, well, I'm trying to think of the right words for the scripture. When they came to America, I can't think of the scripture right now. I know it's in Revelations, where it talks about that they came to sleep with the great whore, or the golden cup. This place was a golden cup, and its ways became the ways of the world, because then all the heathen came over here to sleep and get in bed with Babylon to make all that money that they made. And they also learned how to create weapons and things now. So now everybody's on a level head playing field, and everybody got weapons now. If I said it the right way, because I'm driving, I can't look for the scripture that I want to look for. But that's why everybody was mad at the whore and burnt her with fire, because the whore, like when it comes to a whore ain't loyal. You can't fall in love with no whore, man. Like, she gonna sleep around with everybody, mess with everybody. All right, so that's just an analogy, but the fact is that America they can't keep a treaty. They break every treaty they get. It's their way or the highway, and they're just proud. And the Lord's gonna bring that pride down. All right, but not to get off topic, but the blessing, Esau's blessing was a sword, and that sword, man, they're scientists too. But now everybody partakes in weaponry, and all the heathens partake in that stuff, and it's going to be the downfall of them.
what more do we know? So, Tom, airports across the region are stepping up their screening for what's known as the Nipah virus. This is a far more deadly virus than COVID, has a fatality rate.
See, by them releasing this virus unto the world, their order that they can now control the narrative and use their government to control things. Like in the book of 2nd Esdras 15, it says they should desire to go in the city but won't be able to go. I believe, just by talking as a man, that can happen also by civil war breaking out, or plandemic, which they plan on doing. So they're going to make sure they can shut this place down, and this place will be shut down. All right, because with in a couple days, and maybe tomorrow, the new Haitian, the Trump and ICE is going to be hunting down the Haitians, which is going to start a new wave of, now the Haitians is going to be protesting and mad and want to fight and stuff. So now you're pissing off even more people, right? So there's no way to get around this. This place is going to be shut down. The Lord is going to flip this place upside down as we continue going until the Lord comes back. So this would be a way for them to control the narrative and shut everything down again, on top of the Civil War, where the pandemic come in. And also a way to control people, and also to make people take the C hit. All right, because I think they already signed an order that makes people, that's just mandatory to take the C hit, which is that 2020, so that to prepare you for that charagma, to put it in your body. You know, that's how the Revelation 16:2 comes in play. You know, because you're gonna have all these toxins already in your body, like you just heard Joe Rogan say that they create these new variances, these diseases with radiation, and that's gonna be in your body. So think about Revelation 16:2. The radiation is gonna be in your body with that 6G and that MOTB, that charagma.
Of between 40 and 75%, according to the World Health Organization. Now, it's usually carried by fruit bats, and human-to-human transmission seems to be rare, but there is no vaccine at this point, which is why these two cases in India are being taken so seriously. The Indian Ministry of Health says it's been doing contact tracing, and it believes the virus is contained, and the CDC says it is monitoring the situation, and it stands ready to assist if needed.
The Nipah virus infection is very dangerous. Firstly, it has no cure. There's no specific treatment and no medicine works. Secondly, there is no vaccine or inoculation for it. And the third thing is that the mortality rate is very high.
Nipah was first detected in Malaysia in 1998. Since then, small outbreaks, mostly in Bangladesh, have been contained. While the virus can spread between humans, scientists warn airport screenings may be ineffective as the incubation period can be long.
It's about 1 to 2 weeks, maybe a little bit sooner in some, and sometimes a lot longer than that. I think the longest has been 45 days. A lot of this means is that it's actually very difficult to control at airports.
Experts say,
hey, I'm gonna stop here. I just want to prove my point. If you want to watch this video, you see the YouTube link on the video. So Salakia. Hopefully this lesson was edifying to the elect. Shalom.